Yo guys, welcome back to another video, and yeah, it's just a trailer strat. You can see the team we're running. We got Ainz, Sid, Uma, Brook, Alucard, and Mob. If you don't have Alucard, you can use Sukuna, I guess, and that way you can also bring another curse spell. Of course, you have 3 curse spells instead of, I mean, not the 3. You have the other curse spell, which is like 3 slots of curse, and unknown cancels that. But yeah, you get that slot as well. But for me, I'm running Alucard. It's just because I get to apply wounded because they made a change. Before immunity you used to hard lock wounded and make it so you can't apply at all, but now you can. And of course he's bleeding as well, and we are using caloric for Broly, but even though Broly is applying rupture, we're not really maxing him when that certain boss spawns, or when the 2 bosses spawns. So I mean, we do have him for the final boss, but not the, the wave 40 boss, but not the wave 20 boss. So that's why Alucard is quite helpful, but you can definitely do fine if you just bring Sukuna instead, if you guys don't have Alucard. But yeah, this is the setup. We're just gonna get into this. The score I did get was 3846. You can probably get higher if you manage things better. You can see I was so close to getting a wave 40 boss. I just did a run where I killed the wave 40 boss without Sid nuking, and it made no difference because I somehow ended up with less score. So it's just matters about your Broly domain. So if you can optimize what wave you use a Broly domain, I don't know what I did in that run because that was like 2 hours ago. So I'm just gonna post it and I'll voice over it from there. Let's just get into this. Okay, firstly, I don't know if I do it, but yeah, you do only run 2 spells. You're running Aura of the Overload, and then the first curse spell, the one that gives you the undead summons. I don't know what they're called, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Or you will see. I think I do it. So yeah, let's see. Place irons. I think I do show it. Yeah, I show the ones. So Aura of the Overload and great undeads. And here you're gonna make sure you just keep doing your emo stuff. You just don't forget. Yeah, you Cloak Broly at this wave or pre-wave 3. And once you place them down, yeah, you just get your emos up again. And now at this point, you're gonna place your Brook, and you can do your key of strings. I think this one I only did 34 keys, but you want to get to 40 notes before you go off to wait before you get off. I didn't make it, but yeah, you only need to get 40 notes for it to count towards the full buff, which is 60% damage buff, which is very nice. And yeah, at this wave 5, when you have like about the same yen as me, you're gonna place your Sids. Should get all 3 placed down. And you can have them on auto because you need them to swap over to he needs to swap over um to Sidful, Lord of the Shadows. Yeah, you wanna keep micromanaging your Umas as well. Just keep putting the stats in one by one. And yeah, you're gonna have this guy set to closest, upgrading him here at this point. Oh, sorry about distracting, but yeah, not much to even follow. Just make sure you get set up. You're gonna click auto on, and he should be only swapping as long as you clicked it just on him. You can see he should be the only one swapping. All the other Sids should be just stuck on Sid. But yeah, once Sid is maxed out, well not maxed out to his upgrade is it 8 or 9? The one where he has ability unlocked. You want him to be swapping auto, and then yeah, you place your mobs down, and you want to be spacing out your Alucards as well. You can see we got that third Alucard placed over there. And you want to be keeping note of when you do your notes, because every 5 minutes is when the buff expires. So about roughly every 280 seconds or 260 seconds, you want to be doing the Brook buff. And now wave 18, regardless of what's going on, your Uma should be maxed at wave 18 by the way. So you're going to be copying my exact order and upgrade priority for this. And now wave 21, you want to make sure that your mob, one of them is at a large upgrade, the other ones, of course, and you're going to have also another Alucard placed down as well. So you want Ali placed down here, get him to upgrade 4. And once, yeah, keep him in Iron's range, because once Irons applies the buff to him, he's gonna get to 20% more range, which is very nice. But yeah, see this upgrade, once wave 21 hits, you do that upgrade, and you can see he should be stuck at stress mode. Even if you don't do it all in one go, they'll still get stuck in stress mode, because they take forever to attack. Just keep maintaining your stats as well, that's all you have to do. And this boss should be getting killed off by Uma and the summons. That's why if you don't have Alucard, you can use Sukuna, and with Sukuna, you would have the goats as well. But yeah, you want to make sure you do your guitar hero again. Just need to get 40 notes, so when you see X40, that's when you're done. And yeah, what's nice about this, even if you fail, you don't really get penalized for it, so it's fine. And yeah, once the boss is that low, you can keep following him with Alucard. If you don't have Alucard, you don't have to follow him at all. But yeah, he should be getting killed off easily, pretty easily. But you want to place that Alucard over here. And he came to upgrade 4. That way he's covering all these guys. And if he's in Ainz's range, he also is, of course, having 20% more range. and you're gonna be moving that third Alucard or the spare Alucard over here, and that way you can keep wounded applied to these guys as well. So when Umas go around, Uma just gets them and make sure they don't uh, get the gears back. Because once they get the gear back, they become so tanky. And you pretty much just want to be prioritizing your mobs and making sure they all get to upgrade 10. Because that's the pretty much the upgrade you need for them. And yeah, this is the RNG part. You just need to make sure you just don't get unlucky. You can't do anything about it. But you want to be getting this guy, the third Alucard, to upgrade 4 as well. Because once there's a lot of mobs near him, you want to make sure you get him to upgrade 4. You want to minimize as many leaks as possible. So around this point is when I get him to upgrade 4. Because Uma should deal with the leaks. If there's a lot of leaks by wave 34, and they do regain their armor stacks, if that does happen, you are cooked over. And yeah, here again, we're doing the same thing. And yeah, just going through this guitar hero thing again. And yeah, put your stats back into Uma again. And if you do it perfectly and you get no, like you just don't get cooked over by RNG, you should be getting them up at wave 37. But if you get unlucky, you'll be like wave 38 or wave 39. Yeah, as long as you don't miss any and you don't have bad RNG, you should be getting them up at wave 37. Or maxing them, getting them to champion state. But yeah, see, at wave 38, that's all you have to do. Wave 38, I got her up. But yeah, once you do get to champion state, you want to make sure you turn auto skip off. And ideally, you do want to max the irons, and you want your Broly to, of course, be maxed, and you also want your Uma to be up at wave 37, ideally. But yeah, at wave 39, you just want to play Guitar Hero again, just once more. Just to make sure that you just don't forget later on. Because the buff does last for 5 minutes. So you just keep spamming it again. Yeah, by wave 40 it should be done. I mean, wave 40, I mean, when you get 40 points, it just should be done. And now you keep auto skip off. The reason for this is because you want the boss to spawn with a weaker HP. Because if you have the boss spawn at wave 41, it's gonna have wave 41 HP, or scaling for that. If you have a spawn at wave 40, it'll be of course a lot less HP. Not a lot less, but a tad bit. A small bit of HP less. And that's pretty much what you want. You wanna set your Brook to bosses as well. You wanna get your Brook upgraded as well for his nuke. So once the boss spawns, you turn auto into Volt Skip, and yeah, you can nuke him with Brook, and nuke with Sid, and then swap over for that mini nuke as well, and keep him at Sid state. And of course, you want your Ants to be focusing the boss as well. You can see primarily of your most of your damage. Primary source of damage is going to be from your summons and of course Umas. So yeah, you just want to have full wounded uptime and make sure the summons hit. I wasn't even paying attention to when I broly domained on this run. It might have been a bit too late though. But depending when you broly domain is when you kill this. If you kill this earlier than this, well, without Sin nuking, you're fine. But if not, then yeah, it's just unlucky. You see, I do get it very low. So I had to Sid nuke, which I didn't want to do, but I had to. So yeah, I used it. You see, got me to 2 million, which is sad. So if I just domain 2 waves earlier, I would have had that kill. Because you get your Alucard place back down here. Upgrade 4, and then now you just put your money into Sids. Keep them at Sid state because they're just doing a bit of DPS there. How much is it DPS wise? I can't remember. Roughly 30k DPS each, which isn't the craziest, but it's something, I guess. But yeah, I do Guitar Hero one more time, and since there's, I think I'm only like 4 minutes left, I won't have to do it again. Just making sure. And there you go, you close it and just get your SIDs upgraded. That's all you have to do. And yeah, you just pretty much want to survive to wave 50 because you want to get to wave 50 because that does give you Ainz's nuke, and what Ainz's nuke does is just clears the whole map. So that's pretty much what you want. So yeah, it's just surviving towards the end. Just keep surviving. And yeah, we did make it to wave 50, so it's just about delaying it as much as possible. Seeing how long we can survive until we have to nuke again. Or Ainz nuke. Doing the same thing again, place him here, sell him again, just so the ghost applies the wounded down there. And yeah, we're getting our Alucard back up here as well. So we're nuking at wave 52-ish. Because Ainz's wind up time is like 10 seconds, you want to make sure you do it quite early. Just to take out any risk factors. But at this point, I'll just do it soon. Could have done it a bit later, but I don't take the risk. And it should just wipe the whole map. So those 200 enemies, well, not all of the 200, but most of the enemies will be dead. You can see, it's just about surviving now. We're only getting a few more kills now. And that's it, pretty much it. There's nothing to say. Just optimizing the Broly domain wave. You can get a high score because if you want to kill the wave 40 boss without nuking, you'd save a nuke for a bit later, and that would of course get you to a higher wave. So that's just pretty much what it is. So yeah, like, subscribe, and yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.